Hello? Hello? Hello, this is a mic check. 1 2 1 2. One, two, three, 1 2 3. Mic check. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Ya está. Ya estamos live. Voy a
¿Se me está escuchando? Necesito un tío alto.
Va a ser un open mic para el teacher.
A ver, no, porque luego tengo que hacer que hable Tori, es como feo que hable él y pedir un litigio a la vez, pero... Amón. ¿Pero quieres que escuche por Facebook Live o por aquí?
Ya se está escuchando por Facebook.
¿Y también por...
Sí, sí, sí.
Ah, vale, perfecto. O sea, por los dos lados.
Ya.
Perfecto. No, o sea, a ver, tú vas a introducir, o sea, yo voy a explicar la sesión porque parece que, tío, que no estás muy por la labor, pero evidentemente, tío, los proyectos y todo, o sea, los vas a ir presentando tú, evidentemente.
No, pero los proyectos se presentan solos.
Ah, Thor, coño.
Sí, también un profesor que...
Okay, so this is on. It's on Facebook Live. I'm live stream right now. Cool. I love it. Okay, so what we want to do, that's, it's for our audience because you already know it, right? So, it's amazing to talk to everybody, I love it. So, this is our bootcamp, like our highest and most intense program. It's breakdown in 3 modules, okay? First module, second module, this is the second one. Second one consists in a project that I'm sure Thor can definitely go in depth with that and better explain than I do what it is about, but I'll do my best, okay? So here they're working in pairs. Can you explain like which technology they're using and all this stuff? I like the mic.
Yeah, I know. No, I need to... Well, they have been working in pairs during 1 week. We have been teaching during 2 weeks Express, Node.js, Mongo, MongoDB, Mongoose. And well, we're going to see the projects here for that all the students that have been working during the whole week. I know that there are some of them that they sleep here. And well, that's
So
it.
the takeaways. So it's people that's been coding for just, what, 5 weeks now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 5 weeks. So everything you're going to see, it's just people who has no prior coding experience. Maybe some do, but not at all. It's not the norm. So just 5 weeks coding, and this is the outcome of just a week of work in what way they've learned in just 2 weeks, right? From week 4 and 5, and then this is the outcome of week 6, right? So who's starting? Who's first? Cool, perfect. So, pass the mic.
So you go first.
Yeah.
No.
Está aquí. Ah, no, el C, el de V, C, V, C.
We good? Yeah. Hello, everyone. First off, a big thanks to our visitors from Metric 5. We appreciate you being here. I'm sure you had a lot of other things you could be doing right now. My name's Ryan Jones. My partner is Juan Rodriguez. Before we get started, I think it's important to introduce the why behind our project. I come from a background of logistics and education, and Juan was extensively involved in private equity, right? Finance. So while we have completely different backgrounds, we both shared a view that technology was a medium through which we could actuate the change we wanted in our lives and in the greater world. But the problem with that is that while it provides limitless potential to make those changes, it doesn't translate to limitless possibilities, mainly because ideas and products travel much easier than people do. And as a perfect example of this, Juan, I got this today in my inbox while we're finishing the project. This is an email from the US Immigration Services. I applied for a visa for my wife in January 2016, and I'm still being told that it hasn't been accepted due to missing paperwork. So this is a reality that people have to deal with every single day if they want to better their lives by traveling to a different country to find work. So our project was an idea to help people link with companies that were willing to sponsor them for work visas. One of the problems is if you are someone looking for work, you can waste countless hours chasing after dead ends, companies that will simply not hire you simply because you don't have the right passport. Likewise, as a company, you might be getting tons of applications that are not eligible because they don't meet your requirements. So we decided to create Borderless. The idea behind it is really simple. When you start off, you're able to look at specific cities. In our case, we chose 4: Barcelona, Miami, Paris, and Madrid. And while you're there, you can look specifically for companies who have either indicated that they are willing to consider or are not willing to consider at all. And actually, these are real companies. We reached out to about 500 companies in Barcelona. We got about 40 to 45 responses. So anyone who's interested, this is real data. These are companies who have actually told us what they're willing to sponsor for. We asked them to indicate if they're willing to sponsor for junior, mid-level, or senior positions for either web developer, mobile developer, or UX. And so what's nice about this is we'll show in the demonstration is you can filter by whatever position you're looking for and see what the companies say, specifically what details they might add extra. The other feature is, of course, we input the information ourselves, but if a company wanted to sign on and add their own information, they can input their own stuff, add their information to our database, and so hopefully in the future we can add more companies from Madrid, Miami, and elsewhere by having them input it themselves. And that's all we got for right now, so I'm going to pass this over to Juan, who's actually going to do the live demonstration.
Hi guys, so as Ryan was explaining, we basically have this application. I'm going back to the landing page. It's taking too long. Okay. So yeah, we basically, regarding technologies that we are using, is what we have learned so far. So front end is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. We also have Ajax calls from the front end. So from the back end is usual stuff, Mongo, Express, and Node. So if you are a user and you land on this page, well, you have the option to actually sign up there, which is, as of right now, is very useful for a company because then they can add themselves to the database and be able to be found by people that are actually looking for visas to be sponsored. So if we go to sign up, you can choose either if you are a job seeker or a company. We'll do the company for the demo. Just put test company, something like that, very quickly. We'll do fake email, of course. And we do a password. And you choose the nationality. When you hit submit, then you're forced to log in. Oh, sorry. So that works. If you get it wrong, it won't allow you to enter. That's good. So it's wrong again.
You put 3 letters in the password.
I'm not good at typing then. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So as of right now, we have more iterations to come. So I will call this the first iteration of our project. You land on your page with pretty much the information that you already inputted. You then, since this is a company user, you have the option to go and create your company profile. So you put here, test. In here you choose your address. I'm just gonna do Barcelona for now. Just to make it quick, it will put your dot on the screen. Then you put your city in here. And you choose actually the positions for which you are willing to pay for a visa for an employee. So you put here your URL, website. I will leave that blank for now so we can go a little bit faster. Then you land this. And when you go to the dashboard, to the sponsors, sorry, you can see that the company dot is already there, test. So that way a company, when they actually sign up to the platform, they can add themselves on the map. So that way when a user comes to the platform, they can log in, they can see the companies willing to hire them, and they, in a future iteration, we're gonna have them be able to follow the company. So that way the companies that they are interested in will show on their dashboard, and also the company will be able to see the users that are actually interested in that company. And the filters, right. So if you do Web Developer Junior, then you will see that the rendering here will change and only show you those kind of jobs that are available. So you do this, it will change too. And if you click on one of the markers, then you can get more information about the company, the location, and additional criteria for consideration. That was all from the, like Ryan was explaining, that's real data. So these companies are either putting there the reasons why they will hire someone, more are willing to do it, more are like very specific person with specific skills. So mainly, not about you, but mainly the guys here are all from Europe, but from people from abroad, this could be really useful right now, and in the future it's gonna be even more. So basically, that's it for now, and then you can log out. Oh, let me log in again and go back very quickly to this. So you can, obviously, we are using the CRUD, so you can go and edit your company profile and hit update or delete it, and then it will show again to you to create the new company. So that's for a user, the company. You can, if you got the information wrong, you can update it or you can delete it if you don't want to continue to appear in the database. So that's basically all, right? Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
That was not just like a really cool project, but something the city, well maybe the country, but like the world, but the city needs, because we're definitely struggling with this problem. It's actually worth mentioning that this is real data. I mean, we've got like all of our hiring partners involved in this project.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh no, not thank you, but yeah, I mean it's real data. It's that we got all our hiring partners involved, and I received like a ton of feedback saying, yeah, this is absolutely something we definitely need. And yeah, so they just got meetings with people that, as a follow-up of the project. So yeah, it's exactly the same feedback I received. They were extremely happy about it, and definitely a tool that, yeah, the city needs. So congratulations. And what?
We have a special guest today. This is Guillermo from the city of Madrid.
Okay, you will introduce him, but I have to say something because Jimmy told me to say something because everybody have doubt there. I encourage you to comment on the projects, ask directly the people because we can have like live Q&A, and if you have like interesting questions online, we can definitely answer those him. So yeah, if you have any questions, I encourage you to comment and to give feedback to the projects. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So Irene, that's yours, all yours. Because we have a special guest today.
Yeah, thank you. As I was saying, we have a special guest today. This is Guillermo, CTO at Metricify, and he will be giving you feedback on all your projects. So if you want to start.
Should I move there?
Yeah.
So please come then. I would like to ask first, I saw password hidden because of security reasons. How do you store passwords?
We're storing them using the hash method, so they are encrypted actually. That's a placeholder, so we don't show the real password in there. But we push to the live version an update which doesn't show that field, but it wasn't recognized by Heroku as of right now. But it's coming.
The good method is hash and salt.
Okay.
So put the salt in the password, hash it, so you cannot recover the password. And
doing that.
so you are hashing,
Yeah.
that you are hashing with a key that you can recover later. You can recover the password.
No.
No. Okay, that's the way to do it. Like that.
Yeah.
But HTML tag, but you have to send the password to the backend. In the backend, you have to hash it.
Yeah.
That's the way. I like the project. I actually have some friends that have these problems moving across countries, and they have the problem of the border and to have the agreement of the country so they can actually work. That's a two-sided platform. So you have one kind of users and another kind of users. And it's hard in your website to differentiate these two sides.
Okay.
So you have one login for one user, and it's one shared kind of user for the two actual kinds of user.
Yeah, it's roles. Yeah.
But in this case, there's very different one kind of user and another kind because one is an employee, and they usually don't own a company.
Right.
And the people of the company usually don't look for a job in another country. So actually, I would suggest you to have or 2 pages, or 2 look and feels, or 2 different UX experience to address the needs of one role and the needs of the other role, because they are different. It's not like, for example, Wallapop, that there are sellers and buyers, but you can be a seller or a buyer. You are the same.
In this case,
And it should be really important for the user experience of the both roles. But anyhow, that's a great project. And it's really important to have this contact with the actual users.
Right.
People that is going to or could use this platform, because they are going to give you the feedback that actually you need, because in your head can happen wherever. You are dreaming when you are developing a software company, and you have to keep in touch with these people that is going to actually use it. They have to be valuable for them. Right. So that's a great point.
Thank you.
Next.
Hi everyone, my name is Andreas Karpasidis. This is Giuseppe Fiero and Andrea Martins. Our project is called Evaluate, and originally the idea started from an old book that my father had with stamps, and I always wondered how much is worth each stamp and if there's any good money to make from them and all these things, and some coins that my mother actually owned. So I thought about this idea. So Evaluate is a platform where it connects owners of collectible items, mainly stamps and coins. This is the demo we did, basically. It can be more antiques at end of the day, collectibles, basically. It connects the users of these items with experts to get evaluations on their worth. It provides the users the opportunity to get offers on these items. Someone may be willing to buy it because he wants it for his collection. And it also maps experts around each user's position, basically. So if he wants to meet in person, he can actually meet in person with the expert. So these are how everything started, the wireframes, basically. And from wireframes, we ended up to the implementation of the actual project. We tried to make it user-friendly and very simple, and nothing too complicated, basically. And how it works. Basically, you sign up. Different users sign up. One user posts an item, basically. He adds an item to the website, and he becomes an owner of this item. And also another user signs up, and he submits a form to become an expert. So he becomes an expert, and he can actually evaluate the item and provide information if he knows something about this item. So he can provide feedback and an estimated price, basically. Also, another user can come and at the same time use this feedback and make an offer, and actually contact the seller can contact the interested buyer and actually make an exchange. The technologies we used basically HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, Express, and Mongo, and of course Bootstrap to make our life easier, because CSS can become very complicated at some points. And also deployment was done with Heroku. Our main challenges were to figure out the actual models. We originally planned for 3 models, but we ended up with 5 models. So we created them on the way. We also combined, one other challenge was to combining the front end with the back end, especially with the huge amount of data that was in the fields for each object, passing them front end to the web page. We had some troubles with that. We used Ajax, and we managed to get the data some way. And then another problem, because we were 3 people, was the collaboration, like managing the GitHub and the time managing, basically. So this is our GitHub chart. It was a lot of commits. We were working on 5 branches, and we ended up with 9 at the end of the day because we had some complications with Heroku. Yeah. And thank you very much for listening. We will show you a demo right now.
Well, this is a home page. Basically, the first thing you do is register. You make an account. Well, after you make an account, which we require as names, the email for login, a password, which is very secure, and also we need to write a full address. Why you are going to use this address, so you can see how many experts are near you, like in different radius. So that's why it's important. Then, for example, here, we already create account. He's going to log in. And this is the dashboard. In the dashboard, it appears your information, which you can edit. You also can delete your account, or you can become an expert. For becoming an expert, you feel like this form. You choose if you want to be of expense or coins. You send your information, you register as an expert, and then this information arrives to the admin, and the admin accepts it. And then you have your dashboard as an expert, which basically allows you to evaluate items. But well, we're going to continue with adding an item. If you register, the first thing you do is add an item. In this form, you put basically things like the tactile description, which one, stop or point, the keyword, so it will be easy to search, and the estimated age. You also can put some images which are going to be evaluated by an expert. And then automatically it appears in your dashboard. Also, you can see the details of the owner. It automatically goes to the database of items too. Yeah, right now it's not evaluated, but if you ask for evaluation for an expert, it's going to change the status. First to pending when the expert is not evaluated yet, but then it would change to evaluated once the expert made an evaluation of the item. To choose the expert, you can see the map. In this case, we put some experts in Barcelona, and you can choose the radius to find one. As you see, because it depends, there are experts of coins or experts of stamps. Once you choose one expert, you request for an evaluation. And you also can see another stuff of the expert, like the website, the CV, etc. Also, we have these platforms with all the experts. For example, this one is from Barcelona, that is like near from where the user lives, and you request the evaluation. Then in your dashboard, it's going to appear like pending. Yeah, the pending evaluation, and now we're going to log in as an expert, so you can see that the item arrives to the dashboard of the expert. You see? He actually had to. In this part, he can accept or reject the evaluation, and if he accepts, he's going to put a feedback and all the comments about what he thinks. Also, an estimation of a price could be accepted. As you see, in the dashboard of the expert, doesn't appear anymore the register button. Then, when you see the stamp, you see that automatically it changed the status to evaluated.
And you also can actually make an offer if you want to make an offer.
An offer, when you make an offer, you can make an offer as a user. You don't need to add a stamp or add a coin or register as an expert. Anyone who registers in the page is able to make an offer. And it updates in the dashboard of the owner of the object. So he can decide if he sells it or not to a potential buyer. Yeah, basically it's that. We wanted to add more things, but well, time is challenging. And now Josep is going to speak.
If there's any question, but that's pretty much it.
It will be really useful for a friend of mine that had to sell some, instead of